Right then, let's just get that on there. Can anybody hear me? All right. Right then, guys. Thought I'd do a live. I've got a few hours, couple of hours, probably be on here for a couple of hours. Just going to be listing some of the things that I picked up from the charity shop yesterday. The video will be coming out either tonight or tomorrow. So if people are watching this on catch up, then you'll see that video soon. It's a new series that I'm doing about reselling and how to pay for things in day-to-day life through reselling. So yeah, I've done episode 1, and I'm trying to make it like you'd watch. It's like something you probably see on the TV. Not as good as editing as that, because obviously I've spent thousands on that, but I'm going to try and make it like a proper like series like you would see, on TV. Me going around trying to make money out of reselling to pay for day-to-day like stuff. So episode 1 will be out either tonight or tomorrow, but you will see a sneak peek if you are on the live of some of the items I've picked up. And the one item that I've picked up is a load of these. So that is the make. And I've got, I think, 11 or 12 of them. That's the biggest one. All cats, all black stone, Zen stone. Not going to tell you how much they can potentially get me. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for them either. You've got to watch the video when it comes out. But yeah, I'm just going to take some pictures and then obviously list them later on, because I haven't listed for a week and a half. Yeah, been not very well. Stomach's not feeling very well. Good today as well, to be fair. But yeah, gonna just list as many things as possible. Obviously, if you are watching, there's 8 people on. So all you 8 people, come and say hello. Just say your name. Don't be just a weird stalker and not say anything. Say hello, and so I know who you are, and then we can chat, talk about things. If you want to talk about eBay Live, Yellow, that's my mom. If you want to talk about eBay Live, which was in my last video, are you into it or are you not into it? Do you think it's a waste of time? Do you think people are selling themselves out? Do you think it's like something that we all should go into as resellers? Me personally, no. And I know Ricky commented on my video about it, saying you need to put your foot into every little doorway, so you're in there, But yeah, that is true. You should try things, but some things are not worth trying. When you make a lot of money out of something, it looks good because you've made a lot of money, but is it really making a lot of money for the time, the work you have to put into it? And also, isn't it sort of like just wrecking the whole sort of reason why we do reselling, the fun part, getting stuff for good money? If you're just selling stuff for like what, £5 more than you bought it for, or maybe if you're lucky 10 quid more, what's the point? I watched a Rummage Around the live sale last night, and again, it didn't really make much money in the sales. Yes, he made money, a lot of money, but for what the items were, some of the items were really good, and you probably could make some all right money. Some of them was just average. I wouldn't pay a couple of quid for them, but I could get them for a couple of quid. So why would I need to buy them? I just feel like the whole live thing is resellers selling to resellers. And I don't think the general public will cotton on to that. Not yet, maybe in years to come, but online auctions are not, I think, they're not meant for general normal stuff. You know, it has to be desirable. And if it's worth something, you never see them put it on. And that's the thing. You never see them put it on. Why would you have like £100 item and stick it on alive? You don't see that. It's just dead stock. I would pay it, but I would buy a load of £1 stuff, and I might actually do it. I might do it. I've got a place I haven't been to yet. I'm going to do a video about where every bit of clothing is £1, and you can just rummage around everything. £1 per clothing. I'm going to buy 20 things, and then I might do a live if I'm accepted. I have been emailed to join it, but you know, I don't really fancy it, to be fair. I just don't fancy like doing all the work, and that's not because I'm lazy. It's just because I don't want to. So I don't know. If you can get the things free, I mean, if you do house clearancing, then that's brilliant, I think. If you're a house clearance person and you don't want to do car boots, stick it all on alive. All right, Carl, how are you? I'm all right. How are you? It's flipping hell. I had a nightmare yesterday trying to get a shop to take my 39-inch TV package parcel for I'll joke. 39-inch TV. That's quite a big one, isn't it? 39-inch. They have to be a certain length, don't they? You don't accept after a certain length, do they? 39-inch. So, yeah, I mean, that's all right. I'm sure it's about 120, yeah, because I did a Hoover. That's the maximum length you can have a parcel. But also it's all got to add up. So it's got to be, that's the maximum length by, I think it's like, whatever it is. My mom will put the actual maximum length on here because she is the one that does that all. But yeah, they should do it. I always go through Parcel to Go. Just type in the dimensions and then see what they say. That's what I will always do. I've sent a TV, and it was a 26-inch TV, and I sent that with every, I think. So yeah. Anyway, these are the things that could be worth £100. These little things. They are Zenstone sculpture made in Devon, England. So they're all little cats. Every single one. Black stone. Gotta make sure they're all, yeah, all different positions. I don't know if you can see them. They're all like different, like, because I've got 5 that are laying down. I've got 6 that are standing up doing different positions. And then I've got a big one, like, sort of like sitting up sort of thing. Really, really nice. I should get some money for this. I should get some good money for this. And very easy to list. So I'm going to just take some pictures of it. The only trouble is with little things like this, they are beautiful things. Very, very nice. Let's turn them around a bit. Thing is, with being stone as well, they're really hard. I mean, they still can break. Cats. If you can find sculptures, I'll just take a picture then without doing anything. If you can find sculptures with cats, dogs, birds, any animals really, you always do well because people love animals. So I'm going to put that on and that on. think I better measure that one. Measure the big one. And then roughly if I could pick up stuff, I mean, if I could get 100 quid for this, I'll be laughing. Because, like I said, if you have joined the chat like a bit late, I am starting up a new series. So my series is going to be about how to be a reseller, or you don't have to be a reseller. It's going to be more for newbies, people who are, you know, a bit like stuff on TV where they show what a Stacey Solomon thing where she picks up, you know, goes to a house and they've got loads of junk and they empty it and they put it in a warehouse. It's going to be something like that, but obviously not emptying a house. How to make money from reselling to pay for your lifestyle. So certain bills, day-to-day life stuff that you always buy, you know, trips away, you know, stuff like that. And I'm going to show you how me as a reseller buys something or pays for something, and then I go to a charity shop, car boot, whatever, and pay for it by reselling. So hopefully I'll get some new people come into my channel, you know, saying thank you, that's really helpful. Also, I'll get the old school ones coming in. It's going to be a series. Hopefully I can get it out tonight. If I can't, it'll be Friday. So every Friday, might do Friday, I don't know. Every week there'll be a new episode. I don't know how many episodes, because obviously there's only so many things that I can buy, what you buy in a personal life. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And also it's something for me to be challenging myself with, because if I'm saying I can pay for this through reselling, then I've obviously got to show I can do it. And the first episode has been done. I need to edit it, and I've done it. So you'll find out what it is. This is one of the items. A lot of the items that you see me listing to, in this live are from the first episode. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully it gets some recognition and it gets some views, because I'm going to put a lot of editing into it. I'm going to be doing some talkovers in sections. Going to be doing some different editing on it. So a little bits of like, going to have some bit of music in there, which is not copyright music. Going to have like graphics put on the screen. It's going to be like proper, like as good as editing I can possibly do. You know, I even took out my camera with me when I went around the charity shop. So, you know, I didn't just do it with my phone, because most of the time I just do it with my phone because it's easy. But yeah, right, I need a bag. Where's that bag gone? Oh, there it is. Oh. So yeah, this is the first one done. I had a really good day at one charity shop as well. It is surprising. One charity shop, one of my local ones, it was just, everything was just, yeah, it's all right. I mean, this is probably the best item that I picked up, but it's one of them, you know, one of them ones where you like, yeah, I can get a lot of money for this, but it might take a while to sell, sort of thing. It just comes up with crap, right? We are small parcel shop ended. We are having to get UPS to collect at the end. Spending length, height has to be no more than 300 cents our parcel. I do that, but I don't video it. So one of the keys. I went around Bilston yesterday. Had some decent video games to trade in. Oh, you do that, do you? I was going to do that, but I just don't see the point in like games and that now. You know, they always look at the prices of them and stuff like that. So I'm just like, yeah. So next item, another very simple item to do. Tupperware. I'm going to sell this as a bundle of 3 items. I'm not going to tell you the prices of any of this stuff, what I picked it up for, because then it's just like, what's the point of doing a video? They do need wipe over, to be fair. So, yeah. Actually, I need to get them baby wipes from downstairs. Just going to go and get the baby wipes from downstairs. Yeah, I'm back. Well, these are deep cleansing wipes. Not the best. I don't know why. I know a lot of people say they wipe stuff and clean stuff with like baby wipes and that. It's expensive. You might as well just buy some spray. So it's got a bit of yellowing on, but it is old. Pretty clean inside, to be fair. That's all right. Yeah, Tupperware. This is. If you've never heard of Tupperware, it's an old, very old make that makes basically any tub that you put food in or any liquid in nowadays, they always call it Tupperware, but it's not Tupperware. This is where they get the name from, Tupperware. Don't know if you can see it. Might not show up on camera, but yeah, Tupperware is very, very sought after. It's desirable. You're not going to get mega money for it, but like everything, you know, it's like Pyrex, very well-known brand. Most stuff is pretty like 10 to 15 to 20 pounds, 30 pounds, depending on what you get. But then you can obviously pick up some really good ones, some limited edition ones, some different colorways, some patterns, and you can get hundreds of pounds for it. Pyrex is obviously more ceramics. This is Tupperware's plastic. So, but it does the job. Hard plastic, and it's just solid. But these should fetch around. I think this goes for around about £7, and these can go for around about £5 each. So I'm going to sell it for £14.99. It's a bargain for that. And I've had a lot of Tupperware in my past, and it sells very quickly. Actually, that needs a bit grubby there. But yeah, this is part of the actual thing as well. So hopefully I need to put the blinds up eventually, because the blind, it's where I don't like taking pictures in the daytime because I get the natural lighting, which is great, but then it's sort of like doesn't give it that dynamic shadowing, you know, and behind and all that lot. It makes the pictures not as good, I would say. There's nothing wrong with it. Just saying, I like a bit of. Right. Put a bit of. So that's 8 inches tall. I think it's a 3 litre. I think it's a 3 litre, that is. Should say made in Great Britain. No. Tupperware. Take the lids off. Oh, God. And that one is done. Easy peasy. But when I think about like the lives, these eBay lives, I think it's all like the Poshmark, the whatnot, and all that lot. You have to have a following, because how is anybody going to know you're online? How do they know you're going to be live? Really? No one's going to know you're going to be on live, are they? If you've got no Instagram, or you don't really have many people on Instagram, they're not going to know. And they're all going to be resellers anyway. And then you got the eBay. How do eBay push lives? Because there'll be loads of people, you know. And the only way you can sort of like get people in is clickbaity, you know, in your eBay live title saying, I don't know, items start from £1, and then have pictures of a Carhartt and stuff like that. And then everybody go, oh yeah, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to get some Carhartt for £1. Yeah, there won't be. It'd be rubbish Carhartt, you know. Carhartt, everybody thinks it's like the best thing in sliced bread. Yeah, it is if you've got the jackets and the trousers and that. But like North Face, yeah, it's expensive if you get the high-end coats and all that lot. But a t-shirt like this, you can pick them up for £25. So it's expensive for a t-shirt, but yeah. Anyway, Parcel Force. Yeah, I drop my Parcel Force things off. Are you still going to visit Big Al? No, I don't even speak to Big Al anymore. Don't speak to him. He's gone off on one of his tangent things, and he's just, I don't know. I don't know. I like Al, but some of the things he does say sort of like makes him like, I don't know, you know, like he says he's doing this thing and does this thing, he's going to do this thing, and nothing's going to come out of it. And, you know, there's no point, because he doesn't do eBay now, but then he does do eBay, then he sells on Amazon, and he does, I don't know. You know, and he's always got like, he's always trying to argue with like eBay, and I don't want to argue with eBay. He might have lots of money to do that, but I don't want to be associated with people who are gunning for things that I make my money on, because in the end of the day, if I got away, well, I didn't get away because I did nothing wrong, but, you know, I got almost banned off eBay for saying some new stuff. So I'm not going into anything to do with that. I'll always have my opinions about like certain things that annoy you about eBay or Vinted, but I'm not going to slate a company that's basically paying me. Because got to go to the container and get some items photographed, but there's a storm where I stay. There you go. Flipping hell. That's the reason why I don't bother with a container if I wanted one or whatever, because you've got to go to it. And if it's horrible weather, you're like, I don't want to. At least if it's in your house, you can just stay in your house and do it. What are your thoughts on physical media, CDs, DVD, Blu-rays? Do you think... I don't think they're making a comeback. I don't think they will. There's a difference between VHSs and DVDs. VHSs were not made as much. There wasn't as much made, and there wasn't as much advertising in it, because obviously you never saw films advertised on TV. You know, even to go to the cinema, you had to go to the cinema to find out. You know, or go in a paper and try and find out what the cinema, you know, films coming out. With DVDs, they mass produced them so much, they drained out their own, like, they overdid it, I think, with DVDs. So they made so many copies of DVDs, it sort of like made them worthless, even after six to 12 months of when DVD was still out and about. Box sets, yeah, old box sets, DVDs that never got remade, which, you know, like sort of like when you get Friends or Harry Potter, they've been made loads of times and redone loads of times. Certain like films. So, for instance, I've got Cobra, which I mentioned in another live, I think, or something in a DVD. Yeah, I got Cobra made by Sylvester Stallone. And I don't think you can buy that anywhere now, physical. Like, it didn't get redone, you know, because a lot of films got put into like that, where there's like 4 films on a CD, you know, like, or a compilation of like action movies and stuff like that. I don't think Cobra got put onto one, because it wasn't a very well-known film, you know, it wasn't like Rambo or something like that. CDs, I would say music like Nows, if you could get like Nows and like old ones. So you got to think about what was popular CD wise, maybe R&B, rap, very popular, because that's when it was popular, when CDs was around. And then it was obviously cassette ones. If you can get cassettes, I think cassettes and VHSs are more desirable, because people want to do that. And vinyl, you know, obviously vinyl's the best, but you have to have a bulk lot. You will sell some which are a lot. I know I'm not really into the music, so I don't really care. Movies I am, but to go around searching for loads of DVDs, movies and stuff like that, you're not gonna. You might find one decent one. Old horror movies are probably the best, you know, VHSs, where you can make like £100 on a VHS if you get like the old B movies, you know, the old really bad ones. Not even, you probably wouldn't even have heard of them. But yeah, bulk lots. But then again, you have to get them for cheap as well. You're never going to find CDs, DVDs and that in charity shops for cheap. You're always going to spend £1 or £2 or £5 on a box set. So you're not really going to make so much money. I made £20 on a box set of Cary Grant, and that was because there was a TV series that came on last year, and there was a Cary Grant box set. So I made some money on that. It's like books. It's all the same. You know, all that sort of stuff is all very similar. If it's sealed, great. If it's popular at the time, great. Harry Potter's always going to be popular. So like if you can get like sealed stuff of Harry Potter, great. But when it comes to like most DVDs, you're not going to do. If you can pick up a box of DVDs and that stuff like I did, you know, for £10, you might get some money back. Like I said, I had a box set of Harry Potter DVDs. One was missing, so I sold that for $8.99, and I had some PlayStation games and stuff in like that. It's like like PlayStation, like, and all their console games. Most of them are not worth doing it. And when you see people hunting around, you got any games? You got any games? You got any games? Most games are not worth much. They're just hoping that they've got a Zelda or a Pokemon game or something like that in there, and it's 9 times out of 10 they're not. They might have the odd good one, but like I say, you can pick up Mario Kart for a Wii and get 10 quid for it. It still gets that money, doesn't it? For some reason. So when it comes to stuff like that, if you can get it cheap, yeah, it's worth it. But obviously, most of it will be garbage. I've got 2 suitcases downstairs, and I might actually do a video about it when I can be bothered. I've got 2 suitcases of all my collection of DVDs, and I've got some proper, like, good DVDs in there, like old school. If you was from the 80s, 90s, I've got a lot of 80s, 90s. I've got most of the Vin Diesel films as well. I've got most of Bruce Willis, got most of Arnold Schwarzenegger, most of Sylvester Stallone. So I bulked them up in like sections, and I actually put them on eBay when I first started, but no one wanted them. But that's because my eBay store was like, it was non-existent. Landon, Cobra is a good film, yeah. I can't actually remember it, but it is a good film. Hope you're well. Just finished going through the vinyl collection I got from a house clearance recently, and it's worth looking into. Got some Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd, yeah. Well, Black Sabbath, yeah, at the moment, because all the whole Ozzy Osbourne thing's good. Pink Floyd seems to always do well. Queen, don't know about Beatles. Is so much of it, isn't it? I don't know. Like I said, you have to be a real, like, know what's what, don't you? Oh yeah, kids DVDs, crazy. BBC, CBeebies, 1990s and early 2000s, anything to do with kids TV. I mean, if you could find a box set of Rosie and Jim, I guarantee it's going to be worth loads. I mean, yeah, but it's hard to find. I picked up. I've got the DVD actually somewhere. Disney films are all right as well. If you can get the Disney collection, like, it's brilliant. If you can pick up a load of Disney DVDs, I sold them like 20 DVDs or 25 DVDs for $19.99. But there you go. Can you get a DVD for less than £1 anywhere? Probably not. So you'd have to I mean, even at a car booth, somebody had 20 Disney DVDs, they probably wouldn't want to sell it for less than a tenner. And then, is it really worth buying it just to make 20 quid out of it? Probably not. 10, that's good though. 10 DVDs for £1, that's really, really good. It's like you want, I've had the whole series of Dad's Army, if you remember what that was. Lovejoy, there's another good set I had. All the, the classic things, Only Fools and Horses, maybe. You got to look at them niche things that maybe wasn't as popular, maybe, but people know about it, like cult TV, like Bottom or something like that, or Young Ones, Red Dwarf. You can make some good money out of these things if you've got them all and you can get them cheap enough. What's that? Oh yeah, well, grading. I wouldn't. I was saying, just personally with that, just go to a see how much they roughly go for, and then take them all to a vinyl record shop, and then say, do you buy vinyls? And then if they say yeah, I say, well, here you go. I've got all these. I've checked out how much they go for on eBay. All right. are you willing to give me an offer and you can have him instead? And if they give you a fair offer, bang, get rid of them, because selling them individually, it'll be a pain, I think. Shut up. I've done one listing. I've done 2. This is a nice little thing I picked up. Still got the label on it, so I might just leave that on. It's not worth much, but it is really, really nice. Wedgwood, little christening thing, and the good thing is it's still got the thing on there. Yeah. I've done two. Hey, I haven't done a live for ages, proper one, so it's nice to do one. She moans about me doing a live, but there she is typing away. She's a troll. Even my own mom's trolling me. Well, there's no football on tonight because I watched the football last night and obviously watched Liverpool lose. But I watched all the English teams are absolutely. I think Arsenal and Liverpool, the only two probably have got a chance of getting through. All the rest are not. Man City got absolutely thrashed by a weak Real Madrid, which is really funny. I should be supporting the English clubs, but not any of them. I don't like any of them. Or I don't like any London clubs, and I do not like Man City because they're cheats and they're still not been done for all that 115 charges. Disgusting. How many times do they need to get more trophies and before they actually get it all took off them? Disgusting. Yeah, it's right. Really nice Peter Rabbit. I don't know if it's a story. I haven't really read it, but Peter Rabbit, little christening thing. Like I said, this video hopefully will be out tonight if I can get it done. But I don't want to rush it, so probably is. Nice, lovely little thing that is for christening. Shame it has got the christening thing on, because if it didn't have that on, then it go. But one thing I'll teach you, if you don't know, I know a lot of you are resellers anyway, and you probably don't know, is when you buy something, it doesn't matter how much it goes for, right? That's going to go for around about 8 to 10 quid. I could get a little bit more because it's in such good condition. But is look at the actual object and see what it is, obviously, but is it just for one sort of buyer, or can it be branched out? So in my video, what I've done, I say, when you look at something, how many potential buyers could that get? Let me know and see if you know what I'm on about. So how many potential buyers categories could this fall into? This little thing. Let's see how good you lot are. Right? So this little Peter Rabbit, Wedgwood, christening money box, how many categories could this fall into? How many different genres could this fall into? I've got to check. Just relisting 15. I'm not going. Yeah, relist it. Put the kettle on, Linda. Yeah, she could do me a drink, actually. Port Vale beat Sunderland. Bring on Chelsea next round. Port Vale, I don't think they're going to get through to the next round, but Arsenal are just getting buys for everything, aren't they? They're just getting all the easy matches. Right then, obviously no one knows anything about reselling, so I'm going to tell you. Right, first of all, this can sell to people who are looking for a gift, obviously for christening. That is one. Peter Rabbit fans and Beatrix Potter, because that is the person who made Peter Rabbit. That's two. So collectors of Peter Rabbit or Beatrix Potter, two. The next one is Wedgwood, collectors of Wedgwood. That's three. And four, if you really, really want to try and find something else, is people collect money boxes. Yeah, people do collect money boxes, right? People collect stamps. I mean, that's not even interesting, you know? So people collect money boxes. So, yeah. So that, instead of having one branch, so I don't know, let's think. Here you go. Pair of these. It's only going to go to a certain person who wants this sort of shoe. Yeah, they want that sort of shoe, and it's that size. So that's only going to be one branch. It might be two because of the make. Yeah. So yeah, but no one collects shoes like this. You know what I mean? It's not like Nikes and stuff. All right. When you buy something, it's like that. But sometimes you can get that where you're going to get multiple different categories it can go into. So you got, imagine this is the stump, the main part of the tree, and then Peter Rabbit is one branch. Then you got Money Box is another branch. You got Wedgwood as another branch, and then you got So you got loads of different branches coming off. So you got potentially more people going to be looking at that than something that's got one branch. But doesn't mean it's going to sell any quicker. But you got more different people, looking at it. That's what I like looking at for things that could sell to multiple different people. It's like toys has lots of branches, because when you think about it, say if you're into your retro toys, so straight away you could be a retro toy seller. So you buy any sort of retro toys. So that's one branch. But then say it's a transformer. That's another branch. But then obviously the character, some collectors only collect certain characters. So, like that, so, yeah. There you go. You've learned something now. I'm not just a pretty face. Right then. Next one. Nice little thing here. Something strange about this, though. Its legs look really long. So, yeah. This is a Build-A-Bear. I don't really buy Build-A-Bear things now. Some are worth a lot of money if you can get them. But I bought this one because it's got the uniform and... Anyway, yeah, so shut up. So yeah, that £10 on eBay for the actual cat if it had no clothes on. So I'm looking at least 12 to 15 for that. It's got really long legs and I don't know why. It looks weird. But also, again, very simple to take pictures of. Shut up. And also is a cat. So again, branching out. Build-A-Bear collectors. There's one. Cat collectors, two. Tabby Cat is a very popular. If you actually look at Tabby Cat, like things that are sold on eBay, it's one of the most popular ones. This one and black cats. But yeah. And also kids. Just a random kid, buying them for the kid. I remember when Build-A-Bear used to be, what did it used to be called before Build-A-Bear? Something else, didn't it? Bear Factory, that was it. Hey, and if people say that these Build-A-Bears don't make money, then go and look at my One Direction sale. One Direction, thing like that, with a One Direction Harry Styles t-shirt sold for £50, and I paid £1 for it. Yeah. Right then. I need to clean them. Oh, next item. Bought some clothing. All right, James. Next item. Really nice, to be fair. Dickies, work trousers. They got some sort of different material on the knees. Got an outside pocket, well, corner pocket. Lovely, nice Dickies hit on the back. Nice navy colour. Don't know what make they are, because sometimes they have them. The make. The only trouble is I don't want to get my board out and lay them down. Has it got a name? Don't think it has. Nope. Polyester cotton blend. They're nice, they are. So I think I'm just going to lay them half and half. See, if I did an eBay live now, and I put these on, I'd be lucky to get a £5 for them. Lucky, maybe get a £5. Lucky, very lucky if I get a £5. These sell for 15 to 20 quid. 15 minimum, 20 quid top whack. And I think they will get 15 to 20 quid easy, because they're in really good condition, to be fair. I don't know what that is. Got some like, oh, I think that must be a, I don't know how to show these without. Let's try and show them with the Dickies. I can't be bothered to get my board out, you see. So I'm going to just show them this way. All right, and then show the butt. Nice Dickies hit there. These are 32-inch waists. They're just a bit too small for me. They'd be brilliant for me to go around. Saying that they're workman trousers, aren't they? They're not really. They're not really. Show the bottoms. I've got to do the waist, haven't I? This is why I don't like doing trousers and that. It's too much stuff to do. Some companies are so good, aren't they? In clothing, some clothing makes are so good. They just tell you everything about the... They're not the longest, to be fair. Well, that's all right. They're all right. So I'll put them in a bag. I've got one somewhere. Just ordered myself loads of more bags and stuff because I'm running out. If you're ever wondering where I get all my bags and stuff from, I get it all from TikTok. The only thing I don't get from TikTok is the bubble wrap, because it's online bubble wrap is not that good, to be fair. And I can get it for the same price and get it there and then. Don't have to wait for it. Don't have to pay for postage, do I? Drive to the place. There we go. Nice. All right. Oh, I'm missing loads of stuff here. Halloween. Not as good as Jellycat. Oh, yeah, Jellycats. Well, I feel like Jellycats are probably dying off now. That's why I've stopped buying them, because I don't think they're going to be worth much when they're in years to come. I don't think they've got the staying power. I don't think any plush has, really. I've had plushes which are like 20 years old and are iconic characters, and the only ones that were worth loads were ones which were nichey, like very niche. Halloween ones do well, but yeah, certain ones do. It's like the Pokemon ones do as well. Good, they do really well. The Pokemon ones do. A question all the way from Thailand: and how much do you want to have? How much do you want to have a mooch with Sloth? What are you on about, mooch with Sloth? What are you on about, James? James, you say limited. You say that Bear Factory bears don't fetch much. That's why I just sold a One Direction one, didn't I, for 50 quid. Some do. Some are very, very desirable, right? And the Pokemons you can get loads for them. When I do limited edition ones, which the older ones as well. Okay, James. Yeah, it's like Jellycats. I think they'll price themselves out eventually. I think it'll be a big craze like it has done, and then it like I do feel like that. One of the shops where I picked up all the Jellycats from, they've got a small section now, because I just feel like they're not selling them very well, and other companies are coming out now. And of course, it's like, do you want to be a Jellycat owner, or do you want to be this owner? I live where a very well-known bear company, I make a lot of bears, and they've been around for almost 100 years, I think. And that's Maryfort, and they do like proper traditional bears. They've done stuff for the Queen and everything. And I had a boxer or something like that for ages. Paid £8 in the china shop, and I could not get rid of it. I couldn't get rid of it. Hello, Mark. How are you? Right, that's another one done. Never found a Maryfort. Yeah, I've had a couple. They're nice bears, but trying to identify one, because where I live near Iron Bridge, and that is where they make Maryfort. I went into the actual place where they're made, and I went, what is this? What dog is it? Because obviously certain dogs look very similar. I thought it was a boxer. She thought it was a bull mastiff or something like that. So it had a short tail, and I was thinking, well, it looks like a boxer. I like boxers. You know, I've had boxers, so I decided it's a boxer. Bought it for £8. I couldn't sell it for £20, and it's worth £20. She said, by the way it's made, because she bought this massive book out like this with every single bear, you know, stuff plush that, and she goes, by the badge, how the badge was made, different years, and then by the way they did the noses and the eyes, they did it in certain years. So she went, I think she said it was a 1990s, I think. I can't remember now. I was thinking, oh, money. I just couldn't sell it. It just wouldn't sell. So yeah. Oh yeah, I think he might have wanted this. Found that in a box. My camera's not. Is it? Yeah. Classic. It's battered though. I'm gonna take a picture of that just so he can buy it off me for £1 on LinkedIn. It is a ERTL one. Made in Thailand. 1989. So it's actually an official one from the Batman film. The best Batmobile, I say. The best Batmobile. Definitely the best Batmobile ever. Michael Keaton. Right, that one's done. So I'll stick that on Vinted for £1. Owes me nothing anyway. Right, next thing. I picked up this coat for myself, but I'm going to put it on anyway. I don't know if anybody's heard of this bloke, Anthony Morata. It's a gold collection. It's a weird material. It's like shell suity kite material, but I wanted like a summer coat because my other one's all right, but it's it will be a bit too hot because if I go out and it's all right, that isn't it? This is a 2XL. This is, and I'm not a 2XL, but obviously it's meant to be tight. Yeah, I'll pull that off. I'll pull that off. I can pull anything off. But yeah, nice coat because I don't like going out with a microphone on clip like that because it stands out like a sore thumb, and also it can fall off. I like to clip it onto something. So if I go to a car bill, I can wear this and then clip it on. But yeah, nice coat. But I'm still going to sell it because you know the rule: if you touch it, it sells. I've found about two jelly cats, 2 or 3. How far are you away from the car boot? Miles away. About 300 miles. I am going down there, but I don't know yet when. I'd have to stay there. So are you talking about Ford, the one where everybody runs at the start? Yeah, it's right down south, so it's Portsmouth area, I think, somewhere like that. Portsmouth or Southampton area. Well, a lot of them go. So you've got Jeremy Dodger, you got obviously Flipping Sloth, you got Rachel Fantastic. It goes. She sells there. You've got Sloth's mate. I don't know who he is. Don't watch him. And you've got others. But yeah, I'm going to go down there for the experience because I do feel like they get it easy down there. They seem to always get nice stuff. And I just want to prove that it's not about the reseller. It's actually about the area you're from. If you're in a high rich area, or you've got a very good places to source, of course you're going to pick up good stuff all the time. Doesn't mean you're a good reseller. Doesn't mean you're a bad reseller as well. You still got to find them. Still got to know what you're doing. But you can't compare. I don't think you can compare one reseller from up north compared to a reseller from down south, because you live in different areas. You know, ABL, he's a very good reseller, and he's up north. I'm in the Midlands. I say out everywhere, the Midlands. And if you live in the Midlands, you probably will agree. The Midlands is probably the worst area for reselling, I say. The car boots are very average. Yes, they're always all going to be good stuff, but there is a lot of tat, a lot of, I would say, more tradesmen, if you know what I mean, like selling Amazon rubbish, market stalls, stuff like that. It's the West Midlands where I live, so it's not that good. Down south is a very rich area anyway. Anywhere down south is rich, so you're going to have better car booters. I always say, if you're going to go to a car boot, go to somewhere where it's quite very, very posh, right? Or very established as a very nice area, because if they've got a car boot around there, the people who live around there are going to have some all right stuff. If you go to the ghettos, the poor areas, so for instance, where's a poor area? Really, up north, there's quite a lot of poor areas up north in there. So, but there's also very, very nice areas up north. I don't know. Apparently, Wales is not very good for car boots. So, and then there's not many of them. So, I don't know. Poor areas, Grimsby. But sometimes the people who are poorer spend a lot of money because they put everything on finance and they rack up massive bills. But they buy expensive stuff for themselves, but they can't afford any of it. But they buy it. And the rich people are so stuck up the backside, they don't get rid of anything. So you don't see them. So it's one of them. I like the old couple, you know, they're not too old, but then they pull out all this stuff. Oh, we're getting rid of all my son's stuff and all that. And it's all like vintage toys and stuff like that. And then they pull out some old pots. Remember that Hovis set I picked up last year? Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, you can have it for £5. Absolutely brilliant. One of my best pickups that was, not because it was the most expensive thing I sold, but it was just beautiful. All right. Double cut things. Zip. Yeah, so I do. That's why I want to go down to Ford. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'd want to. It's hard for me because obviously I've got my son, and there's only 2 days where I don't have him. I've had him all this week because he's got his exams coming up soon, like for primary school. So because he's in his last year, so I want to try and get him. I'm not going to be able to teach him anything because what they learn now is that a mark? That's ain't good enough. Beautiful. Yeah, so want to. Oh crap! Who's in there? Yeah, I want to teach him some basics. Well, he's got a book. Oh, lovely. It's not interior, is it? Lovely inside. It's a nice coat, to be fair. Never heard of it. It's 100% polyester. Murato. Italy. So it's Italy. It's Italy, an Italy made, but made in China. It's so bad in it. Italy made. But yeah, I might wear this. Knowing my look, it's not hot enough yet to wear it though. So I'll put it in a bag. I could work in a clothes shop now. I could. Look at that. I could work in a clothes shop. Get me signed up. I've got to clean them shoes. I've got some polish. So Scotland is very poor. Yeah, I don't care if it was brilliant. I would never go to Scotland to do some reselling. It's too far. I cannot be bothered. I hate driving to my nan's to see my nan because it's like 2.5 hours trip. And Scotland's, I think it's about, well, it depends on what part of Scotland, but I think it's at least 6 hours. It's like Newcastle, it's miles away. I have sold a lot of things to Scotland as well. I just feel like some places just do not get certain things. In Scotland, I sold really like basic stuff to Scotland. I'm thinking, have you actually got at that shop? And it's like stuff that you could buy in a shop. Oh yeah, that Ferrari bag, James, was mint, wasn't it? £8 for a vintage Ferrari bag, hold all bag, and then I found a 1990s Michael Schumacher hat in the side. Brilliant. That's Chirk. That is. I think that's one of the places I think I'm going to go to a lot more this year. Chirk. You got a bit of everything. That's where I picked up the Wallace and Gromit teapot. Well, more money box. Is there anything you really want to find this season, John, at a boot sale, or things you will be looking out for? I'll always look out for Lego, because Lego makes money. Saying that, the Lego I bought recently, it doesn't owe me anything, but I haven't sold any of it, I think, except for one, like because I've split it all up. I always look out for the Lego. You know, when people go on about these Bolos, Flat Erics, and all that lot, I'm not really bothered about that. I don't know. There's nothing. I've pretty much got everything. I would like to find like a. Oh, it's got a bit of wear on there. I would like to find. Ew, what's that? Would like to find a nice console, even though I'm not really into the console thing. I would like to find a nice console, you know, like box console. But I know I'm never going to find one of them. It'd be nice to find a really nice bit of, like, I don't know, Moorcroft or something like that. Something, or something really like retro, like it reminds me of when I was a kid, maybe the A-Team van, you know, like original A-Team van, you know, toy, something like that, or a Predator toy from when they first came out, like, or something that I don't know, you know, I like. So better take a picture of that little. Anything that reminds me of my childhood. One thing I am going to be looking for this year, though, is a bike, but a decent bike, because I want to go mountain. I want to go mountain bike, well, biking with my son. He's got his new bike, obviously, for Christmas, and I haven't got a bike, so I don't really like going out. He wants to go on his bike, but then obviously he just wanders off on his bike, and he's miles away. So I'd like to go on a bike ride with him, because I haven't done that since he's been born, because I've never had a bike to do it. So I would like to do that. So if I can find a cheap bike, don't mind paying £100 for a bike if it's a good one, because I do know my stuff about bikes. So this is leather cleaner for sofas, but I use it for shoes, because it smells nice. If you've never heard of this make, look out for Nicholas Deacon's. Really good make. I only know this make because I was a proper trendy person back in the day, before I had a kid, when I used to go out all the time. I mean, literally all the time. I never was in. And I used to spend thousands of pounds on clothes. And I had a pair of Nicholas Deacon's shoes when I was younger, and they cost me like £80, I think. And it was like this, but there was the ankle ones, and they had like a skull on the bottom. Picked up some last year. So yeah, Nicholas Deacon's are a very nice brand, to be fair, and these are in excellent condition. Nice. With shoes and that, I'm pretty much staying away from shoes, trainers this year. I'm not the best at selling them. Boots, I can sell. Hiking boots, I always pick up hiking boots because they sell very easy, because it's very popular. Shoes and that, I will only pick them up if they're a good brand and they are like this condition. I mean, basically brand new, no wear on them. Jammy Dodger was saying that, wasn't he, recently on one of his videos? He's now not going to bother buying certain things anymore, because it takes a price off them, and they sell better. If somebody's looking at a pair of shoes, trainers, and there's a bit of wear to them, they might get put off from it, and they might look elsewhere. And then if they see your shoes or trainers, and they're basically brand new, then they're going to buy them because there's not much more of a price difference. You know, somebody from putting weird ones to somebody, you know, putting ones like this. So there might be somebody might be putting these shoes out for sale for like 25 quid. And then I could put these out for 25 quid, but mine are in better condition. They're going to buy these, aren't they, over mine? So, well, they should do, unless they're like worn out stuff. But yeah, I think these have only been worn a few times, to be fair. Nice size as well, size 10. Could wear these myself if I wanted to. Very nice. Nicholas Deacon shoes. Nothing wrong with them either. Paid. Oh, I'm not going to tell you price because these was in the video. So, yeah. Just one of the laces has got a bit of wear to it, but you're not going to know because you have it tied up. Oh, one thing I did pick up. I don't know where it is now. I've lost it. I did pick up something cool from the... What's that? Oh, I don't know where it is. Yeah, I picked up... When I got my Nike Air Force One trainers for myself, I got it. There was the only last pair, and there was on the actual shelf. And they had a shoe tree in them. And it was a Nike shoe tree. And so I've got a Nike shoe tree now. There's a bit of a stain on this. I hope it can come out. So yeah, I got a Nike shoe tree. And really good it is. Shame I haven't got another one. Yeah, they're all right. All right then. I use this. So what I do is I use that, and then I put one on there and one on there, and then it shows both. That's that one. Then I do the same, but the opposite side. It just shows you the inside and outside of both shoes without doing it. I think these will sell quite good, actually, to be fair. Come on, focus. Yeah. Take a picture of the front. Like so. Picture of the front of there. Like so. Picture of the inside. Picture of the back, because heel wear. Picture of the tongue. Zoom in. There you go. And then a picture of the bottoms, which I usually put up against the wall if I can get them level, which is the hardest part. Stay. Perfect. I could have cleaned them up even better, you know. I used to do that, but it's not worth the time anymore. You know, cleaning the... unless they're worth a lot of money, there's no point in them. Right, put these in a bag. Do you ever buy from vintage to resale? I've done it once. I don't like it. I'm not a vintage sniper, because I think if you're doing clothing and shoes and trainers and stuff like that, yeah, I think it's worth it sometimes. But for me, I'm not into that sort of market. So it doesn't really, it's not a sort of thing that I'm into, if you know what I mean. Where other people do it a lot, don't they? If I was doing just clothing, yeah. But also I'm thinking it's another thing that you're spending a lot of time doing, aren't you? And like what I said about the eBay lives, you spend a lot of time, and you got to think about money to time issue, and a lot of people don't realize that is you working. If you're spending all day working, you got to consider that and cut it down to, is it worth it? You know, you need to make, if you're working 12 hours a day, you got to be making sure you are making some good money for work 12 hours a day. And I'm not talking about 20, I'm not even saying about £20 an hour. To me, £20 an hour for working 12 hours is, yes, it's good money, but you're working 12 hours. I'd rather work 6 hours and make the same amount of money. Do you get me? I'm not saying I do, but that's the way that I would want to work. You know, time for me is money, but I don't want to work a lot to make the same amount of money. I'd rather make more money by doing less, because that's the clever way to do it. You know, why work tons and tons out? This is why the whole point of like the doctors on that are moaning about pay, because they're working 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hour shifts, and they're getting the same amount of pay. Why would they want to do that? You know, it's not fair, is it? You know, so with vintage, you're on the phone constantly. You're on the phone anyway. You got to think, when I spend 2 hours or so doing this, my eyes start to hurt, and all that screen time is not good for your eyes either. So yeah, it's good. And also you got to wait around and see if anything, and if you don't pick up anything, you just wasted a load of time, haven't you? So that's why people have these bots, don't they? But the vintage say they're stopping it, but I don't think so. I just got my first Predator figure last week. Oh, have you? My son's got a Predator figure. He's got a new one, which got a little light on its gun. But I'd love a life size. If I won the lottery, I'd have a man cave. I'd have a full size Terminator made for me, full size Predator, yeah, full size RoboCop. It'd just be film memorabilia, pinball machines. It'd be so cool. My man cave would. Well, it'd be a massive man cave. That dream's gone. That dream's gone. I could get a supercar. I could get an Audi R8 for 50 grand. I couldn't get that. I ain't got 50 grand on me, but that's a supercar. It's not. Well, it is a supercar because it's classed as a supercar. It goes as quick as a Lamborghini and all that lot, even though you can't do that speed. But yeah, you can get an Audi R8 V10 for 50 grand. And they are very nice cars, but it's not a Lamborghini, is it? But I'd still have one. Yeah. It was more for a video, that was, anyway. I mean, if I got really serious and did lots of work, then I might be able to get one in years to come, but I'm not here to work my butt off. Because actually, saying that, I have got a supercar. There you go. There's my supercar. That is actually a supercar that I would want, but you can't actually buy them. Even if you buy a Ferrari, you cannot buy one of these. It's very hard to get hold of. Ferrari F40. Absolute beautiful. Well, anyway, I've got to leave that one because that one needs, it's partial. One bag's been opened. The rest of not. It's only a 20 quid brand new, but I had to pick it up because I might keep that. Right then, last thing, which I've got to test out. And this is the stuff I love. This is in the challenge. Not telling you how much I picked it up for, but you're looking at about 30 to 35 quid for this. Yeah. Kids, like preschool toys. Preschool toys get money. It's crazy how much they can sell for. I just hope it works. It was, see, apparently the balls, I don't know what they do. I don't know if they fire out or whatever. So I'm going to change the batteries first. See what batteries it has. So got 3 balls with it. I don't know how many balls it's meant to have. But has it got any more balls? Oh, that's just them things rattling. That's all right. Right. I forgot. All my tools are downstairs. Because I've been cleaning the hoovers, haven't I? So all my like screwdrivers and everything that I use are downstairs, which is a pain in the backside because I need one, but I can't bother to go downstairs now. Oh wait a minute, is that one? Could get away with that one, I think. No, you would have to be just too small, wouldn't you? Pain. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? That should be right. I think. I ain't got a clue. Nope. Too big. Oh, this underneath this table, it was clean, but I've sort of started chucking stuff all underneath, and it's getting a mess again. How come when you need something, you can never find it, and then when you don't need something, it's always in front of your eyes? It's always the same. It's like when you need a pen. You never can find a pen when you need one, but when you don't need one, you always find it. Oh, I have to go downstairs. Pain. What's that? Is this one? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's way too small. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I think that other one undid it. I'm back. Yeah, I say now, the woman on the sewing machine messaged me 2 days ago. I know nothing from her since, saying, "Hi, I've got the sewing machine. Thanks very much. I've had it for a couple of days, basically. And and it doesn't sound right. I think it needs a service because I've had one of these for over 20 years and I demand, I think she said demand or something like that. I demand you pay for a service for it. She's basically told me to pay for a service for her. And I was thinking, you cheek. I was like, you demand for a service for it? And I ran it. I pressed it for ages and there's nothing wrong with it, right? I've sold the other one. I sold another one. I've got one left. The other one's fine. And she's had the better one. Well, the one that's got all the instructions and everything. So I think what she was trying to do, she might come back, I don't know, is try and get some money off it. Maybe she just is thinking, well, I know, I'm going to say it needs a service. And she was hoping to, oh, look at them big chunky things, big batteries. Hoping that I'd go, oh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Would you like me to not give you a bit of refund back so you can pay for a service? And I guarantee she'll go, oh, yes, please. You know what I said? I went, send it back. Straight away. I didn't even say, I put, it fully worked like in the videos. If you're not happy, send it back. I'll resell it again for the original price of $350 because she got it for less. And you'll get a refund. And I've got nothing back from her since. Actually, I have got an email or eBay thing, whatever that is. Oh, it's nothing special. It's just you've been looking at this stuff. So, yeah. Right then, big batteries. Come on, I know this sort of works. I just hope it works properly. Hope it's got some puff in it. And I've got plenty of the big batteries. Right then. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. See if I can get away with it before. What do you do? I haven't got a clue what you do. Yeah, that's annoying. All right then. Oh, all right. It's supposed to blow. God, it's annoying. How do you make it work? Oh, this is annoying. Shut up. That's the sounds. How do you make it work? It was working before. When I bought it, there was a little bit of air. I think it blows out and you catch it, sort of thing like that. But where that goes in there, yeah, fair enough. That goes in there. Come on. Oh, it's so annoying me now. Why is it not working? It's working, but it's not working. Is there... Shut up. Oh, it's doing my head in now. Type it into YouTube. Yeah, I might have to. You know, some things like this are. There's something somewhere where you have to just press a button, but I am trying to look. It took me quite a while to find the on button, but when I switched on last time, it blew a bit of air when I bought it. So there's some air, but I don't know if something's broke on it. Let's try. Google it first. Family favorite, blah, 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 9 months old. 4 colourful balls, so it's missing a ball. Easy to grasp balls as they pop into the air and fall wherever they may. Yeah. How do you use it? Right, let's just put it in. Hopefully there'll be some. That's a bit annoying because the air was, when I went back to get this, because the signal wasn't very good in the thing, and I didn't want to buy it for the price if it wasn't going to get me any good money. And I saw how much, I got back to the car, researched it, and it was all right money. Aha, here we go. Somebody's actually done a YouTube video of it.
Who's that Pokemon? It's you! Build a home for your new Pokemon friends in Pokemon Pokopia.
Wow, they got 619 views for this.
This is a review on the Play School Park.
America. Over 500,000 views.
That's a mouthful to say. We're going to go over some of the features of this toy and see if this is maybe something for your son or daughter. So again, it's the Play School Park Elephant Busy Ball Popper. Starters, you will need 4 D batteries. That is
14 years old.
D batteries. So
14 years old. This
keep that
video.
in mind. If you could buy it, it's not a C's or some other ones. It is 4 D batteries.
It's definitely the same
also,
one.
the toy has an on-off switch that is either on full blast or off. So there's no volume control on it, and it can be a bit loud. So now that you've seen some of the basics, we'll give it a test run. You can adjust the nose and turn it depending on how you want the balls to pop out. So you hit the ball, the start, and out they pop.
Oh, great. So now it's not working properly.
Now if they go to the left, they fall into the storage area. So it's one of the
Not working. The air thing. There's nothing to do. Oh, you're having a laugh. I'll take it back. I will take it back because it doesn't work properly. There was a bit of air coming out of it. Let's just put this on. I know it doesn't make any difference, but let's just put that on just in case. Oh well. Well, that didn't work, does it? There's 4 settings, is there? Well, no air coming out of it at all. You're supposed to just press that and the air's supposed to come out, and then you put the ball in and everything. So annoying, isn't it? Yeah, I'm taking that back. That's one thing that annoys me with charity shops is they don't test anything. they'll get obviously you have to with electrics they have to have somebody to come in and get it tested, but they don't test it, and it just seems it's annoying because that is literally a 2-second job to test. You put the batteries in and see if it works, right? Because you're going to lose money because me or anybody is going to come back now. I paid £4 for that. I cannot sell it, right? I don't text stuff back to charity shops usually because if you've got a mark on, I'll be like, oh, it's all right, or something like that. But if you can functionally not use it, it is pointless. And you know, I'm not here to like give money away for nothing. You know, when it's not working. I mean, you can't use it at all. I mean, yeah. I mean, a kid, a little baby, just pressing that's fine. That's fine at the kid, but for me, somebody who wants to buy it, the whole point of why it's worth 30 quid pre-owned is because it's an expensive item and the blower's gone on it, which is a bit annoying, really, isn't it? And I am not taking that apart so that is going back. I don't care. Or what I'll probably do is I'll just find something else in there. Bit annoying, really, because I just did this on my video. And of course, this, well, I'll put it in the edit where I actually took this back. I bet that's the sort of, I bet that happens a lot with these. I bet that's why it's expensive to buy pre-owned, because there's a lot of ones that don't work. It's a shame, really. Oh, well. It's one of them. I'll take it back before I go and pick up my son. I'll probably find something in there. I mean, it's £4, so what I'll do is I'll see if I can find something for £4. You never know. I might take this back and find something worth more. But yeah, £4. It's useless to me. Doesn't get me anything. But yeah, it's worth 30 quid, James. 30 to 35 quid. One has sold for 35 quid recently. It's quite rare. There's not many on, I suppose, because it's an expensive thing and people don't really think about reselling them. There's a lot of money in like preschool toys. The trunk has, yeah. I switched the trunk. There is a few clicks, but it's meant to blow all the time, and that's the whole point of the thing. And it's weird because it blew when I got in the car. I wanted to test it. Obviously, I thought there might be no batteries in, but it had some batteries in and it was like dying. It wasn't playing that music, but there was a little bit of air coming out. So, yeah. What can I do? You know, it's not... I've got the receipt. Hopefully, I've got the receipt. I might not even be able to take it back because if I haven't got the receipt... Actually, let's have a look. There we go. Yep, I've got the receipt. £4. Yeah. Oh no! I don't think I got the receipt. Oh, maybe. Children's toy. I don't think I got... Oh, well, maybe can't get... I don't think I got the receipt. I have got the receipt, but I haven't got the receipt. I have got the receipt. It's all right. Well, I haven't got the sticker on it. It was £4, I think. Yeah, it's £4. Gutted. Absolute good. Yeah, I've listed, well, I've took the pictures of the stuff that I bought. So yeah, I'm going to go now as well because it is 1:30. I need something to eat and I need to obviously take this back and then pick up my son. So guys, if the video is out tonight, then it will be out, but it's probably more likely going to be out tomorrow. If I can get it done, I'll get it done. But yeah, there's a lot of editing to it. But make sure you watch it and comment and like it and subscribe. Well, follow it, if you're not followed. But guys, thank you very much. I will see you soon. Goodbye.